Hello everyone, I am Joyce and this is about 5 to maybe 10 minutes of me giving my unsolicited opinions while I color this because I did not have eggs to bake today. So yeah, let's get into it. So, first topic, Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez. Now, honestly, this whole situation blew up like 2 years. Was it 2 years? It feels like it was like 2 years ago, but I wouldn't be surprised if you told me it all happened early last year. Basically, where it's just like everyone's bringing up the old drama between Selena and Justin or whatever, but now it's just more so everyone's really leaning into the whole Hailey stalking Selena and basically copying her. Honestly, I've watched, like I was there for the last season of it. This time around, honestly, I feel like everyone's just repeating themselves. I feel like it's nothing new, but I guess more people are finding out they weren't in the loop last time. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the math is mathing. Like, I saw certain things and I'm just like, that could be a stretch, but that, Hailey, I don't know. Hailey, I don't know. Baby girl, I don't know. It's not looking good. But honestly, I keep seeing videos on it and I think it's getting drawn out. I feel like Selena is living in her own world right now, so I honestly do think that this should probably die. Selena's living in her own best world with Mr. Benny Blanco? Benny Blanco. They doing their own thing over there. And then I feel like recently Justin, he's been looking a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. People think that there's drugs, if I spelled that right, going on and stuff like that, which honestly, who am I? I don't know. But honestly, I feel like that boy's been going through it since the last time things went down. His whole career, honestly, he's been going through it since day one. I think just stop talking about it because that man's going through it. Selena is over it. And then Hailey, she gets dragged every few business days, 3 to 5 business days at this rate. And honestly, unless it's about her business and, you know, customer dissatisfaction or whatever, I really do feel like we need to stop talking about that girl because it's getting repetitive. There's only so much we can do. And then they're saying that she's now going after Sabrina. And it's just like, I mean, Sabrina's an icon. Who isn't trying to be like Sabrina? Let's be for real. But I don't know. I feel like the whole situation just needs to die. Selena is not getting back with that boy. That boy needs a break. And Hailey, whatever happens between her and Justin Bieber is what happens. I'm not wishing no worse on them because it's none of my business. And why would I do that? But honestly, it's gotten to a point of where it's just like, okay, I've heard enough. Let's leave these people alone. Like, we're doing a lot. Everyone is doing too much. This next one. Okay, disclaimer, don't cancel me. I mean, you know what? Cancel culture is fake anyways. New Jeans. Jesus Christ. I just got into this K-pop spirit, you know? Like, I'm not really in the girl section of what's happening and what goes down, if I'm being honest. I really do stay in a small little pocket in the boy section of K-pop. But this whole New Jeans situation, I've actually been trying to keep up with it since, I think, the beginning of when I was hearing all of it go down. And honestly, I feel like the whole thing is a million times more complicated than it needs to be, if I'm being so for real. Like, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because the whole situation is its own thing. From what Joyce Burnville, understands, Minhee Jean did her scary stuff on the side. She is like a mother figure to New Jeans, but she got fired. New Jeans, thinking that they can't be New Jeans without her, caused this whole blow up thing with trying to leave Ador to go be with her. And that's caused all of this discourse going down. Now, I'm not going to actually explain it here because I think there's enough videos on the internet explaining what exactly is going down. I don't got the time nor the energy to do all that. I would have made like a whole separate video, but I realized as much as I keep hearing videos, I don't even think I still know what's going down for real because there's just so much. But what's happening now where the court ruled in favor of Hybe, not gonna lie, not surprised. I'm not surprised. Now, I have signed a contract before. It was for renting off student housing back in Florida when I was in the central area of where my college is at. I know a little bit about contracts, and even that contract that I had, let me tell you, the things that I had to do, I think I've broken a contract before. I've moved into one of the apartments before. That was a hassle. And then on top of that, I don't know, just knowing that I signed a contract before is just like, it does take low-key an arm and a leg to get out of it. So I don't know why there's a lot of people, especially their fans, bunnies, thinking that New Jeans was gonna just be NJZ without any consequences for that contract, because now they're getting dragged right back into that BS. And so it's just, knowing contracts, if my contract almost cost me an arm and a leg to try and break, I could only imagine their contract, is all I had to say. Yes, everyone keeps saying, you don't know what's in their contract, I don't need to know that it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy to just dip out of it. It's Hybe, for goodness sakes. And I'm not gonna be I refuse to hear, oh my God, you support the companies, blah, 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 you're a company supporter. And it's just like, let's be so for real. I don't know a singular person that I've seen in the K-pop realm who's a company supporter, if I'm being so for real. And it's just like, yo, I'm not a company supporter, I'm being realistic, is what it is. It's realistic. You going in realistic, you know that damn straight they're New Jeans. Y'all say they're big and bad. What makes you think that Hybe isn't going to fight with you for... What makes you think Hybe is not going to fight for them? The money bringers. Not the main money bringers, but they're money bringers. Why wouldn't Hybe fight to keep them in a contract that they signed? They signed a contract. No duh, Hybe is going to be like, hold up, where are you going? Where are you going? And then, honestly, with this whole situation, I wanted to get into New Jeans, but I don't even think I want to anymore, because it's just like, I want to believe in, like, I want to support the girls and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that I don't, but it's just like, when they're saying they have all this proof and stuff like that on Instagram, but when it came to the court case, proof where? Where was that? Like, you were saying it, give me the proof. I was honestly, since hearing that, waiting for the proof. I was just like, yeah, eat Hybe up. Let's go. Let's eat them up. The plate was empty. The plate was empty. It was. I don't know. I think they're trying to do a countersuit now and stuff like that. And it's just like, I hope you're bringing the information that y'all are trying to do in this countersuit. But it's just like, you guys didn't even bring it when you needed it the first time around. Like, we needed the info that y'all had first time around. And honestly, if I could say what was the ideal route to take for them, I would have said, okay, Minnie Jean left. We feel like we need her in order to survive. Fine. Granted, terrible decision, but I digress. We need her to be New Jeans. We think that she's the only way that we can be successful. Fine. Okay. So you're in Ador. You have a contract that you have to be a part of. Either you break the contract and stuff like that, and you can do what you got to do, or you stay for the rest of the 7-9 years that they got left on their contract. So I would say, especially since they're talking about all this mistreatment and stuff like that, gather your evidence, the evidence that you guys say that you have, but we have yet to see yet. I say, grab that evidence. A year, a few months, something. The more years under your belt of evidence, the stronger your case. But a few months, a few years, gather mistreatment. Gather the mistreatment information. take Hybe, Ador, whoever to court. Present your stuff. Win the court case. Then you could dip with whatever settlement or whatever happened during the court case. And then y'all could be NGZ and Jay-Z making your own music with Minhee. I don't understand how it got to this weird point. I don't understand how it got to this weird point where we're saying, oh, we're independent, but we're under the contract, but we're NJZ now. We're not New Jeans, but we're also going back to Ador because we didn't take the proper steps to get out of this. It really didn't need to be that difficult. And then on top of that, I really want, the main thing about this whole thing, I don't like the way that they approached it, because I'm hearing, like, I don't really know girl groups like that, but I'm hearing they dragged their juniors, Islet and Le Sserafim, into this whole thing. Don't think those girls did anything, but I'm also hearing facts that they said that they were doing this whole lawsuit in order to give their juniors, those very same juniors, a space to be able to talk about their mistreatment and stand up to these companies. But I'm also seeing in the same breath, oh, my head hurts, also seeing in the same breath that they're saying that Le Sserafim and Islet are copying their concept, and that Hybe brought those two groups into existence to spite New Jeans. That's in their lawsuit. So, from what my brain is trying to comprehend, you're dragging the juniors that you're trying to do this for into a lawsuit, saying they're the reason why you're trying to get out of Ador. And then on top of that, like, it's giving hypocritical. I'm just confused. I'm confused. They're in the lawsuit as to why you're leaving, but they're also the reason as to why you're doing this lawsuit. It makes no sense to me. Personally, I don't get what that's about. On top of that, y'all mentioned them in your lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. Whether they were intentionally trying to come at Islet and Le Sserafim, all I'm hearing is the fact that those two groups are being attacked. And crickets are coming from New Jeans. Why is there crickets? Now, I am a big advocate of celebrities cannot control their fandom. There's some fandoms that they do too damn much. But the fact that I know for sure that if New Jeans, as big and bad as they are on their Instagrams, talking everything about the court case or whatever, you guys don't know the story. If they had that same energy and said, hey, look, bunnies, though we're mentioning Islet, Le Sserafim, there's something going on. You guys don't know the whole story. Look, stop coming for them. The girls are not who we're coming for. We're coming for the company. We're coming for the people who gave them this visuals, who are trying to get them to copy us. Stop coming for the girls. They have nothing to do with this. They just said that. Most people would not be looking side eye. Now, granted, I don't know if the bunnies would listen. From what I'm seeing on the internet, they doing a lot. They're doing a lot over there, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like just speaking up and saying, hey, yo, relax, calm down. The girls are not who we're coming after. We're coming after the company. That would have cleared a whole lot of stuff, and there would be a lot less discourse between the fans of the groups. But yeah, I just don't like how they dragged other groups into this, and they have yet to talk about it, but they're talking about everything else. And then on top of that, this new drama and tea where they met up with that scary super fan that was dogging on Le Sserafim, Islet, and BTS apparently, I don't know. But they're a big hater of those groups. Now, I think there's like lawsuits or whatever going on, so I'm not trying to get a cease and desist. But I don't know. Just, I feel like it's very sus meeting up with a super fan that has a history of that. Granted, could they have not known? Yeah, but I highly doubt that they would be talking to a fan and planning a meetup and meeting up with a fan they have no information about. The internet is free, guys. So I highly doubt they didn't know nothing about said fan. They haven't seen any of the fan stuff, but they've interacted with said fan multiple times on the internet, And as far as I've heard, New Jeans' account, Instagram account, you're not allowed to message them first. They have to message you, which means whatever conversations were happening, they saw this account, this girl's account. It started interacting with her. So they had to have seen some type of content. All I gotta say, I'm not saying they knew they were getting comfy with someone who's malicious, blah, 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 blah. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me, oh, they didn't know, blah, 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 blah. I think people are not giving New Jeans as much credit as they should in terms of they have free will. Like this whole situation, I feel like people forget these girls have brain cells. They're around my age. And though my frontal lobe isn't fully developed, this thing is developed enough. So I think there's a minor or two in the group or whatever. And it's just like, even then, I feel like we should know that they should know to some extent better. Y'all need to stop treating them like they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what's happening around them. Do I think they're being influenced by scary outside sources or the people that's closest to them? Yeah, for sure. But do I think that they're completely, utterly innocent, just going left and right with the people around them? No, I do not. Because you do have free will. You do have free will. Can you be influenced to do things with that free will? Yes, but you do have free will. If they truly did not want to take certain steps, guess what they wouldn't do? Take them. Now, what I think is going to happen in terms of after all of this finally blows over, I genuinely do not think that Hybe is going to just let them dilly-dally, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think that they're going to have them just do whatever in the group. Like, I don't think things are going to go back to the way that they were. As a business management major, I genuinely do not see it being like a good business move on Hybe's part, having New Jeans continue. Like, they say that they want to cooperate with them, they still want to work with them, but I genuinely don't see how that's going to prove as useful. Like, they may have money still, like they can still make money off of New Jeans, but I don't see how that's going to bode well, especially since, like I said, the girls have free will. Though they're under a contract, they've proved thus far that they actually don't give a singular F about following said contract. So I don't know how that would bode well if the girls don't want to cooperate with Hybe, why they would cooperate with Hybe and stay under them after all of this. So I do not see that relationship either going well in terms, like, I don't see them walking out of this without being harmed, like their careers not being taking a big hit after this. Like, I've been seeing so many opinions, and it's just like, there's no way in hell that they're going to continue having a good relationship with Hybe. But I also don't see how it's going to be beneficial to Hybe to try and milk out whatever few dollars they probably could if they try to force New Jeans to actually cooperate with them. So, I don't know. I don't know what their future is going to look like. I do wish the best for everyone, especially Islet and LeSseraphim from this situation, and any of the other groups that got involved with whatever backlash or whatever is going down. But genuinely, this whole situation is just a lot. I'm seeing so many people just saying, I don't want to hear no more about them. And honestly, I've been keeping up because it's just like, I need to see how this goes down for real. I need to see how this ends. They put me through a whole roller coaster. How is this going to go down for real? I'm probably going to still keep up with it, but like, I'm honestly getting real tired of it for real, because it's just like, what is happening? Like, this truly was very unnecessary. It was a very unnecessary drama and dilemma for real. Now this is very random. I'm not gonna lie. This one just popped into my head. This is very random opinion, if I'm being honest. I don't understand the Hello Kitty hype. Like, I really tried to understand. I had friends who were really into Hello Kitty, and it was just like, I really tried getting into them. I have a Cinnabon. Is it Cinnabon? That cute little Cinnabon character. I have like a plushie of her, of it. I don't know. I have a plushie of it, of the little, I think it's a bunny. But I tried getting into it and everything, and it's just like, I don't understand the hype. Is it around a show? Can someone explain, like, does it have a show? Does Hello Kitty have a show or something like that? how did this start? Is it just because it's cute? Like I would like there's so many products around it, and it's just like I would like to understand, but I genuinely can't grasp it. I don't understand. I don't get it. And then on top of that, it was just like whenever I'm looking for like my Spider-Man stuff, like I want the same amount of love for Spider-Man, make it girly and stuff like that, as Hello Kitty and her friends got. But it's just like their stuff, they got Legos, especially when I go to Five and Below. They got Legos, they got plushies, they got pillows, they got covers, they got everything. But when I look for Spider-Man stuff, crickets, tumbleweed, nowhere to be found. I find it ridiculous, but genuinely, I want to know what the hype is. I don't think I'll ever know what the hype is, but yeah, what, I don't know. Honestly, before this whole thing went down, I'm not gonna lie, big Ryan Reynolds fan. Like, anything that he was technically in when it came to like Netflix and stuff like that, I liked watching. Like, I found him funny. I think I'll get to that. But I did find him funny, where it was just like, I know people are just like, he just plays himself in different movies and stuff like that, which honestly, I genuinely did not mind because like I said, I found him funny. It was just like, it was very entertaining. I felt like when I was watching him, it was going to be an entertaining movie for the most part. So when it came down to this whole Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing or whatever, I've watched Gossip Girl, didn't finish it, but I know how it ends. When it came to this whole situation, it was just like, I'm not gonna lie, Blake Lively low-key always gave Mean Girl to me. Like, I didn't really see her much after Gossip Girl, if I'm being honest. Like, I did not see her in anything. But it was just like, I feel like you can kind of see Mean Girl sometimes. And it was just like, she was just giving, if I knew her in person, I wouldn't go out of my way to try and be friends with her. But like, it wasn't crazy, you know what I mean? So seeing this whole thing go down, I'm seeing all the memes and stuff like that. And it's just like, honestly, this whole thing has made me see at least Ryan Reynolds in a different light. And I've seen many videos, like, I learned a lot actually about Ryan Reynolds and their marriage and their past and stuff like that. And I find it really interesting that I did not know certain things, like they were married on a plantation field. I didn't know that before this whole thing. I learned so much about these people before while this thing was going down, that I was just like, oh, you were built like that this whole time? Oh my God. So I don't know. When I see Ryan Reynolds now, it's giving awkward, and I've seen clips resurfaced of like jokes that he does and jokes that he's been doing while this whole thing's been going down. And I think knowing, for some reason, background information on how he makes his jokes and what it's based on, and kind of seeing a bit of the person that he is that I didn't know before, kind of actually, weirdly enough, I think made him less funny. I don't know how that works, actually. Like, things that I would probably have previously laughed at if he said, I don't laugh. It just feels awkward. Like, I've wanted to rewatch certain things and stuff like that. Like, on Netflix, I think I saw like the Adam Project, or I saw something where it was just like, it was a Ryan Reynolds movie, and I remember enjoying watching it, and I found it funny. And part of me wanted to watch it, and then I was just like, this feels too awkward trying to watch him in something, because I don't find him funny anymore after this whole situation. So I genuinely do think this whole thing, regardless of how this ends, which the trial isn't until next year, I think it really did take a hit on his career, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm feeling the effects now. I was a fan, and now it just feels awkward talking about Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. And then Blake Lively, I don't know about that girl. I don't know. Guys, I kid you not. I kid you BF not. Literally hours. When I tell you hours, I mean I filmed most of this video literally like 4 hours ago. Literally within a few hours, guess what? First, I got more information about the whole Ryan Reynolds situation, where I want to say allegedly, I'm gonna put allegedly, but like there's a news article that's confirming it, but allegedly his daughter that he put in the movie, she was forced into saying vulgar things. Like her line in the movie, she didn't want to say it, but allegedly Mr. Reynolds like was telling her that if she didn't go through with saying the lines, that she was going to be replaced. Basically, like just telling her, do it or you're gonna get replaced. And so not only did he force her to say the vulgar language in the movie, they had this child, I think she's 7, 9, she's around there. They had this child repeat the line 50 to 100 times. I don't you can't make this up. Even worse, for the new Jeans situation, tell me why Min Hee Jean is now being fined for, guess what she's being fined for? She's being fined for workplace harassment, like mistreatment. So New Jeans is following and doing all of this for a woman who's being fined for workplace mistreatment. Like she was doing the mistreatment in the workplace, while at the same time this whole thing, their whole argument is about workplace mistreatment. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I don't even know how to react no more. Like literal hours. It went from west to Warsaw in a few hours. It's just, all I'm saying is that this video is not for hate purposes by any means. It's quite literally so opinionated. It's very much my opinion reaction to what's happening. Yeah. Just, I needed to put this in there because I quite literally couldn't believe my eyes. How did it get worse in a matter of hours after stating my opinion already? Damn. Yeah. I would say this is like every celebrity thing, but this is mainly a problem in the K-pop community, where it's just like, I genuinely do think that K-pop idols need a separate entrance for the airport. I'm actually real sick and tired of seeing these videos where the idols are literally being bombarded, actually trampled. Like I think a few months ago, I saw one of ENHYPEN, like Jake, I think it was Jake, falling on his way out of the airport because someone quite literally tripped him as they were going. Like where was the security? I don't know. Recently, Stray Kids was getting trampled and stuff like that, and there was like girls that were able to get very close to Lino and stuff like that, and it was just like, first of all, why y'all at the airport? I don't even like being there when I need to be there, and y'all are there for funsies. Why are y'all stalking these people to know when they're getting into an airport, leaving an airport? That's insane. You have too much time on your hands. I have a lot of time on my hands, and look at me, I'm coloring. I don't know, get a hobby, get 2, get 3, get a lot, get a list, I don't know. But knowing all that information is actually really insane. And then following through, using your gas, using money, using time, using resources to actually get to the airport and stalk them, putting phones in their faces is insane. I heard that they were trying to make a separate entrance, but the K-netizens or whatever over there quite literally bullied them out of doing so. And I looked at everyone in my imaginary room, which was literally no one, crazy, because what do you mean y'all got bullied out of doing that? It's a security risk for not only people who are actually trying to be in the airport to take their flights, but especially for these idols. What I hear is it's gonna have to take something annoying, unfortunately terrible happening for them to actually probably make that damn entrance, and that pisses me off because it's just like, What are you doing there? There's crazies, but like at the same time, apparently since we can't stop them, which is very weird, give them a private entrance. They're people. I don't understand why they're being treated and trampled out there. I don't care. And then on top of that, the lack of security. What are their companies doing? Give them security. The security they got while they over here is what they need over there. Their security need to tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Get them them buff people. I don't know. And then I love seeing the videos of the girls, like, whatever, the fans getting pushed out, yeeted out of frame. Yeeted out of frame. Like, whoa, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Granted, I do not condone violence, but damn. Why are you that close? Why are you close enough for me to be able to touch you and you out of frame in the first place? Question mark. But anyways, yeah. They need to start using force. Stop playing. Airports need to either build an entrance, not even either. They need to build an entrance and ban fans from coming to the airports and the train stations. I've seen that too. They need to tighten up because it's getting absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, I feel like idols should be able to speak up. Come for fans. Speak your mind, baby girl. Speak your mind. If you can't, I will. I'll say F them. I don't got Twitter, but what's up? Let's fight. Catch me outside. The hell? Actually, don't. Stay where you are. I'll come to you. With what money? I don't know. But I'll find out. This last one. Also very random. And honestly, I saw a video on TikTok and did I agree with it? I don't know. High School Musical 3. The best one out of all of the High School Musical movies, Fight With Your Mom. I don't care. I see so many, like, there's a discourse in my family where it's either you believe High School Musical 2 is the best one, High School Musical 3. Anyone who says High School Musical 1, get out of the conversation. You're not even in the same conversation anymore. We might be talking about the same thing, but we're not talking about the same thing. You don't know what you're talking about. Get out of the combo. 2 and 3. 2, nostalgic. Has bangers. 3 though, plot. Production, bangers. You can't, like, fundamentally, on a fundamental level, High School Musical 3 is the best one. I don't care. The emotions I felt. The last movie, honestly, if I'm being so for real, that's the only valid movie where Gabriella had a valid reason to leave Troy. That was the only one. I don't know why she left in the second one. I don't know why she left in the first. Like, I don't know what the discourse was for any of the other High School Musicals, if I'm being so for real. But High School Musical 3 made sense. Yeah, college. That makes sense. Yeah. Gotta go my own way. Not in the second one. I don't know what she was doing going her own way in the second one, if I'm being so for real. But High School Musical 3 is the best one. I don't care. It looked so good. They got money in number 3, and I get it. People like the nostalgic value of number 2. I'm not saying number 2 isn't good, but the order is 3, 2, 1. We're counting down, baby girl. What are you doing? 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. No, we're counting down. 3 is better. 2 is next. 1 is good. But don't disrespect Kenny Ortega by saying 2 or 1 is better when he had the budget, he had the money, he had the dream, he had the vision for 3. He said, we're gonna wrap this thing up beautifully, and did. Yes, sir. Don't play with my man. Don't play with me. Fight with yourselves. I didn't really color too much. I'm not really good at multitasking sometimes. So this is honestly the most that I got done. I might finish coloring because I got nothing else to do after this. But yeah, let me know your opinions down below because duh, this is a conversation. Not that last one, not really. That last one, not really a conversation. That's the only one that's not an opinion, it's a fact. But I digress. Leave your opinions down in the comments. Honestly, let me know if you want me to expand on any of the topics. Let me know what topics and opinion. If you want another video like this, I got opinions. I do. I got a few of them. I got a lot. Just let me know if you want to hear them. Honestly, remember, There's enough malice in this world, and though I'm giving my opinions, none of it is meant to be mean. Just stating my opinions and maybe some facts, possibly. Just know there's enough malice in the world. You do not need to add to it. There's enough motherfuckers. There's enough people doing that. You don't need to add to it. Stay safe. It is scary right now. I don't know what's in the air, the oxygen. It is scary out there. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. Bye.